the seventh door that opened. On a cold, stormy evening in rural Ohio, for exhausted bikers pushed their broken motorcycles through pouring rain. They had already knocked on 6 different doors. 6 times they had been turned away. Some people refused to answer. Others looked at their tattoos and leather vests and assumed the worst. One homeowner even called the police. By the time they reached a small property at the edge of Route 9, they were soaked hungry and nearly out of hope. The property belonged to Booker Tate, a 68-year-old mechanic, and his wife Hattie. For more than 4 decades, the couple had operated a tiny garage and diner side by side. Business had become difficult over the years. Large chain shops had taken most of their customers, and the bank was preparing to foreclose on the property. They had almost nothing left. Yet when the 4 bikers arrived, Hattie didn't see tattoos. She didn't see leather jackets. She saw human beings who needed help. "Bring them inside," she told her husband. Booker hesitated for only a moment before walking out into the rain. One of the bikers, a large man named Dalton, was barely able to stand. He suffered from a heart condition and had become dangerously ill after spending hours in the storm. Within minutes, Hattie had him wrapped in blankets beside a warm stove. She gave him water, helped him take his medication, and treated him like a member of her own family. The other bikers sat quietly at the diner counter while Hattie served hot food and coffee. They couldn't understand why these strangers were helping them when everyone else had refused. One biker finally asked, "Ma'am, aren't you worried about who we are?" Hattie smiled. "You're cold and hungry," she replied. "That's all I need to know." For a moment, nobody spoke, because sometimes kindness says more than words ever can. Later that night, an ambulance arrived and transported Dalton to the hospital. Before leaving, the bikers tried to pay the couple. Hattie refused every dollar. "We helped because you needed help," she said, "not because we wanted money." The men left deeply moved. Booker and Hattie believed the entire situation was over. They were wrong. A few days later, strange things began happening. Small boxes of supplies appeared on their porch. Customers they had never met started visiting the diner. Generous tips appeared on the counter. Then came a phone call. One of the bikers warned them that some friends might be stopping by. The next morning, Booker heard a distant rumble coming from the highway. At first it sounded like thunder. Then the sound grew louder and louder. When he looked up, he froze. More than 60 motorcycles were rolling toward his property. Behind them came pickup trucks, construction trailers, roofing crews, mechanics, and volunteers. The bikers belonged to the Iron Crows Motorcycle Club. The men had learned how Booker and Hattie had treated Dalton during the storm, and they had come to repay that kindness. The club's vice president stepped forward and shook Booker's hand. "My brother might not be alive today if it weren't for you and your wife," he said. Then he turned toward the crowd. "Let's get to work." What happened next changed everything. Roofers repaired every leaking roof. Contractors rebuilt damaged walls. Mechanics upgraded the garage with new equipment. Volunteers renovated the diner from top to bottom. The couple's aging home was repaired as well. No one accepted payment. Nobody asked for recognition. They simply wanted to help the people who had helped one of their own. For weeks, the work continued. Each day brought new volunteers and new improvements. The town watched in disbelief. Many of the same people who had judged the bikers based on appearance were now seeing something completely different. They saw fathers, veterans, business owners, workers, good men who believed in loyalty and gratitude. One afternoon, the bikers surprised Booker with something even greater. His granddaughter Naomi had recently been accepted into an engineering program at Purdue University. The family had no way to afford the tuition. The Iron Crows created a scholarship fund. Together they raised enough money to cover her education. Booker sat silently holding the paperwork. Tears rolled down his face. For years he had worried about what he couldn't provide for his family. Now complete strangers had given his granddaughter a future. Months later, the renovations were complete. The garage reopened. The diner reopened. The entire town gathered for a celebration. Dozens of motorcycles lined the road. Families filled the property. People who had never spoken before stood together sharing meals and stories. During the event, Dalton approached Hattie carrying a framed picture. It was a drawing made by a 7-year-old daughter. The picture showed a woman in an apron, a bearded man, and a small building with a heart above it. Written across the bottom were simple words: "Thank you for saving my daddy." Hattie hung the drawing inside the diner. It remained there as a reminder of how one act of kindness can change countless lives. The story quickly spread beyond the town. New customers arrived every week. The garage became successful again. The diner flourished. Tourists traveled from neighboring states just to visit the place they had heard about online. But the most important change wasn't financial. It was personal. The experience reminded everyone of something society often forgets. We judge people far too quickly. We make decisions based on appearances. We assume we know someone's story before we've ever spoken to them. 6 doors had looked at 4 bikers and chosen fear. The 7th door chose compassion. That single decision saved a man's life. It helped a struggling family keep their home. It funded a young woman's education. It united strangers who otherwise would never have met. Years later, Booker and Hattie continued helping anyone who arrived at their door. If someone was hungry, they were fed. If someone was stranded, they received help, because they understood a simple truth. Kindness is never wasted. You may never know how far it travels. You may never see every life it touches. But every act of compassion creates a ripple that moves far beyond the moment itself. 6 doors said no. 1 door said yes. And that one yes changed everything.